Okay, this is Sunday. I didn't have a whole lot. Well, I did. I cleaned the floor and did the dishes and basically cleaned a lot of floors. Okay, working from the bottom up. And I'm going to make pasticcio, which I think my Italian boyfriend, Corrado, said pasticcio means a mess. But I think it means casserole because it's things put together. He said his grandma used to make this, and I made it for him once or twice, and he really liked it. So what I have here is a pan of bechamel, which is like a classic white sauce with a little sprinkle of nutmeg, and I put a little Parmesan cheese in there and it thickened up. And here you have artichokes, fried artichoke. I had a couple mishaps with the oil boiling over, but thank God it's not a gas stove or I'd have been in flames. And I have a little chunk of ham, prosciutto. It's a chunk from the very end. And I sliced it up. Okay, now what we do, we put this in layers like you do lasagna or many other casserole. Put some of this ham. Once it cooks, it'll taste like cooked ham because that's what it will be. Some of that, some of this. Bechamel. And just layer it. You can eat the ham also. How much of this will make it to the oven? I don't know. Listening to an Italian radio station. I don't know if you can hear it. A little gadget that plugs into my computer called a New Z. Cost me $6 a few years ago. The rest of these crumbs are mine. You could probably do this with a lot of other stuff. Wow, stardust? Everything needs to be tested. Doesn't look like much, but that's okay. Want the cheese on top to brown and it to be a little bit on the crunchy side. That's when it's really tasty. Now onward to the oven there. And while that's in the little oven cooking, I am going to make accompaniment called bread. I'm still learning with bread. Oh, this is a brand new thing of yeast. I'm still learning. Okay, put the yeast in the warm water. A wee bit of sugar, which is feeding the yeast. In a few minutes, the yeast will be eating. They eat and it goes through their system and they pass gas, so you'll see bubbles on top of here. Because if the yeast is alive, that is. I guess we'll wait about maybe 8 or 10 minutes. And then I can start adding a little flour and a little salt, maybe a little olive oil. That's how I make my little bread that I eat with soup and stuff. Yeah, it's a bit foamy. It is foamy. Cool. I can start adding some flour. They are alive. It's alive. It's alive. It's alive. A little of this, a little of that. Oh. Dribble of olive oil. For today. I like making, even if it's a little tiny bit of bread in a bowl that's this big, because then I can eat it in the bowl and not make such a stinking mess on the countertop. I can work it a little bit. I'm going to put a damp paper towel over it. And actually I'm going to sit it on top of the toaster oven where it's warm to let it rise a little while the stuff inside the oven is cooking. Okay, I let it rise for about 10 minutes and then I worked it a little bit and I put it into a loaf shape. Made a little slits on top, a little olive oil on top, sprinkled it with a little salt and sesame seeds, and let it sit for a few minutes in a warm place, and then I'm going to put it in the oven, the little toaster oven, and cook it up because the casserole came out and it looks really good. So it'll be in a matter of 15-20 minutes and I'll be able to eat. Hot dog. Oh boy, does it ever look good. Come join me, please. That knock on the door had better be you. Let's try this pasticcio. This mess, this casserole. Not bad. Not bad. It's pretty rich though. It really is. Just got off the phone with my brother who lives down in Atlanta area. And he restored an old Franklin from 1917 Franklin. It's an old car. And took it to a car show this weekend. And he got Best in Show. And also, they're starting to make a lot of movies down in that neck of the woods. And some guy came up to him and gave him his card and said, if you ever want to rent your car out for $400 a day, here's our movie company and we'll keep you on the list. I'm like, wow. Also, they're filming Dumb and Dumber down there, the second one. And Jim Carrey and Jeff Daniels, who my brother looks like, depending upon the angle of the shot, my brother at various times of his life has looked just like Jeff Daniels, weirdly enough. They're filming something like that down there, and there's some other big stars down there. Maybe the place for me to go, I don't know. Anyway, starting to get a headache. It's getting cold outside. I have all the windows open. And the nice thing about having all the windows open is letting fresh air in. The bad thing about having all the windows open is somebody somewhere around here out in their backyard smoking up a storm and I can't breathe. Oh man. I'm kind of bummed out. I woke up and I kind of was in and out of a dream for about a half an hour. My late boyfriend was like, he came to see me so I could touch him one more time. You know, I could put my hand on his chest or rub his foot or whatever. I mean, it was really nice, but then I kind of was in a doldrums. Kind of bumming. I have things to do around here, and I've been doing stuff. I've been cleaning. Today was a cleaning day. And making this food. So, I had purchased some Newcastle ale the other day, and I don't recall it smelling and tasting like a skunk. Is that the way it is and I just forgot it? Bleh! I wasted that money, that precious money, a little bit that I have. But I just needed something. But it isn't that. I guess I'll keep it for company. But I never have company. Maybe it will improve with improve with age in another few years. Yeah, I don't really drink. Once in a while, it's just like I have to remove myself totally from the situation. But that's what acting's all about, and our rehearsals start on the 15th. And I haven't memorized the lines. I should. Heck, there's only 15 of them. But blah 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 blah. Tomorrow I'm going to do some automobile paint touch-up, and I will take you with me. It's out right outside. Upward and onward.